Previously on Let's Play Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon.
You killed him!
Look at my hand. Every day.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen! My name is Mangs, and I welcome you guys back to Let's Play Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon Merciless Classic. The best Let's Play on YouTube, also featuring Mecha.
Hi.
And we are about... Oh, look how sad he is. Oh, poor Hardin. He's so sad. I
It'll
hope
be more sad later, though.
I certainly hope you
He
won't...
hasn't seen sadness yet.
I hope you won't fuck up the world. Anyway, trace a line around the continent's northeastern plains, and you have Elice. This kingdom alone had somehow resisted Dol's attempt to conquer it, but only by some miracle. By the time Marth arrived in Elice, much of its territory had already been carved up by Dol's ally, Macedon. Still, the king's younger brother Hardin refused to give up the fight. The people called him Coyote, and he intended to live up to the name. Since its founding, Elice and the Holy Kingdom of Akanaya shared close ties, and some months ago, Princess Nina of Akanaya had come to Hardin's aid. By his side, she had called on the people to fight, but now few remained to answer. Macedon's finest soldiers were closing in. Nina knew they were out of time.
I think there was a translation that called this country Orleans, somewhere like
Yes, Orleans.
New Orleans.
Yeah, New Orleans. It was great. I think the translation called it Macedonia, which is like, you know, a real place, which I always thought was really weird. But, you know, maybe I thought that maybe like the Japanese thought that only Japanese people would play the game and that, you know, they wouldn't know any countries outside of Japan. I don't know. So yeah, chapter 5. This chapter is
Big.
It's big, but it's a nice change of pace from the previous ones. I find this chapter to be a little easier than the rest.
You know what, man? Max says that he's gonna die like 5 times.
Hey!
And I think I said this exact same line before, and it probably came true.
The boss.
But it is nice to not fight axe users.
It is very true. We can finally put that weapon triangle to use, and this is also where our hammer would put to use against this guy. He has a silver lance, he's on a gate, but this guy's also on a gate. He's actually going to move away, so you can actually use the gate to attack a boss from a gate, which is kind of funny, like a gate battle. Also featuring, we're going to get one of the best guys in the game!
Yes.
But not yet. So, yeah, I actually did my battle preparations off screen. Blah! The power of save stating. I actually...
Did you forge?
I did not forge. Actually, that's...
Good.
So, first I'm going to show you who I decided to go with. So, I've decided...
You're gonna bring Marth? Wow.
Yeah, I decided that I'm actually gonna bring Kain because Kain has received 2 really good level ups. He received a perfect level up in like chapter 2, and then when we did the restart, I think in chapter 3 or 4, off screen, he got another perfect level up. So Kain has actually gotten 2 really good level ups, and for that reason alone, I would like to give him a shot. He can also use the steel sword, so if we can just get his lance strike up a little bit. And he should actually be a good addition to Abel. He also supports with Abel, which is nice. We can keep them close to each other.
Doesn't really do that much, but yeah, sure, whatever.
Every little bit helps. So I've decided I'm going to bring Marth, Sheeta, Kain, Riss, Jagan, Abel, Ogma, Barst, Lena, and Merrick. I was a little bit unsure whether or not...
bring a bow user then, okay.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Maybe I should. Maybe ditch Riss then?
Yeah, I would ditch Riss for...
So do you see Castor or Gordon?
Yeah, I would bring Castor.
Alright.
Right? I mean, our stats very different. Gordon has like ship move, but everything else is probably... Castor also has more strength.
Yeah.
Nice. I think Gordon hit C-bows somehow.
He did!
Like,
he did! I don't know why.
But Castor still has higher strength, so I would still go with Castor.
Alright. Okay, we're going to be taking a look at the forging, though, because we have a Rider's Bane, and I think if we give it, like, +1 or 2, I think that Abel will be able to one-shot the Cavaliers in this map.
Yeah, I think if you want it to be really good long-term, you'll have to go for, like, +4, but if you don't want to, then...
We'll go +4, and then I think we'll add 5... It's so cheap to add +5 hit, it's like...
Yeah, I always do that too, yeah.
Because it's like 500 gold. It's if you go higher than that, each point of hit is going to start costing you a lot. But I definitely say like 1,000 gold for 5% extra hit is something that can potentially save you a lot of restarts.
Yeah.
So we'll do that. All right. So yeah. 7,200 gold. It's expensive, but it's worth it. All right. What
It's like
should...
one of the most expensive forges for now, but after this, it'll be fun. We did it. We did it, Reddit. Spectacular.
Spectacular. Right. All right. And then I also think we want to look at have a look at forging the hammer.
Yeah, but you can only forge one per chapter, you noob.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, that's fine. You don't need to forge this hammer for this one.
No, I guess it's the next chapter, however, is going to be filled with armor knights, so we probably want to forge a hammer then. We might have forged a new one, though, instead of one with 18 uses. Is it cheaper to forge a weapon with less durability on it?
I don't think so.
Because
you
I might...
probably won't need more than 18 uses in total, but I think there are armories that sell hammers.
Yeah.
There's one armory this chapter. I'm not sure if it sells hammers. Can you check in battle preps?
Maybe I don't know. There are some maps where you can't.
Can you click the armory?
No.
No. Okay, it's episode. Okay, I'll just check online then.
All right. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let us go. Let's conclude the preparations. Princess.
You cannot buy a hammer here. You can buy one in chapter 6. And you could have bought one in chapter 4.
Princess Nina, I've spotted them. The Altean army is on the far side of the river. They're here at last. Prince Marth has come for us. So
every female has the same voice.
So it seems. Now, what do you say you turn this battle around? I'm going to take my men east to join our might with Marths. Together, we will ride! Nah, sorry. Together, we will retake the castle. Stay here, m'lady, and wait for the good news.
Tips Turban.
Tips Turban. Alright, so we got a couple new units here. Let's take a look at them. So,
really good.
Let's start with one of the best ones, Hardin. Hardin is really, really good. Again, this game throws a lot of cavaliers at you. This one in particular happened to be my favorite. I think it's kind of weird that in the last chapter we were given, last chapter we were given a silver sword, and he said like give the silver sword to Hardin, which might imply that he could use it. I think he could in Fire Emblem 1 and Fire Emblem 3.
Yeah, his weapon level was 1 stat.
Yeah, so, but here he actually comes with D rank in sword, so he can't use that silver sword. But he does come with an astonishingly good B rank in lances, which is really high for a cavalier. In fact, Hardin has one of the highest base levels of any cavalier in Shadow Dragon. He's level 6, and his bases are also really solid. He will usually be on par with Cain and Abel in the base stat department, depending on like how much you train them. And Hardin has really good growth rates as well. 55% speed growth, really solid. His strength is a little low at 30%, but he comes with a very generous base strength of 9. And all of his other stats are really solid on average. The only like really low growth rate he has is like hit points at 50%, which is kind of low by Shadow Dragon standards. But aside from that, I really like Hardin a lot. I rate him 4 out of 5 stars. He's definitely on par with Cain and Abel, and I'm probably going to use him because he's pretty good.
Yeah, I think if it weren't for the contributions of Abel and Cain, most people would agree that Hardin is better. I mean, you said your Cain had like really good level ups in the first few chapters. Can you go over his bases real quick to compare them to Hardin, like to put the cursor on him?
Sure,
for a moment?
we can.
Yeah. See, like Cain, you said he got really good level ups, and he's only had 2, and he's inferior to Hardin. So if you can go back to Hardin now, so Hardin is better, basically, at this point. He's a better unit.
He also has 3 more levels, though, but I know that doesn't matter in the big scheme of things.
Speed gain is pretty high in Shadow Dragon anyway, and it actually gets him closer to a quick promotion if you want to give him one. So I would actually count that in favor of Hardin more than I would count it against him. D swords is also nice. I think Abel has E swords at base, and you're never going to get to D by this chapter, I don't believe. So I think Hardin is like 4 out of 5 for sure. Probably the best cavalier from here on out.
Yeah. Alright, speaking of cavaliers who are not 4 out of 5, let's start with Vyland. Oh my god, Vyland. Why? Oh, he's so bad. So, we got this cavalier, right? He joins in chapter 5. He's level 1. He has the lowest base stats of any cavalier. I think he's on par with Mathis. So you'd think, like, by Fire Emblem logic, like, yeah, his growth should be really high, right? Because he's the Ests, quote-unquote. But no! His growth rates are horrible! 30% strength, like, 25% skill. Like, his speed growth is the best thing about him at 40%. The rest of his growth rates are garbage. I don't really know what they even thought about with this guy. Like, what purpose does he fill? Like, why is he here? He's just a inferior cavalier
He's here to be inferior to Hardin. That's his purpose.
Yeah, I guess that's why he's here. And there's just I get that not every character should be viable, but Vyland just perplexes me because he doesn't even have one redeeming trait in his entire toolkit. Like the only thing I can think about is like a somewhat decent base defense of 7. Aside from that, no, not really. His weapon ranks are kind of lackluster. At least he can use javelins. But yeah, aside from that, I really don't know what to rate Vyland other than a 1 out of 5 stars. He is a really shitty character in my opinion.
He is a meme in Japan though, so 5 stars. Okay, so seriously though, so Mathis, he is a generic cavalier except for 2 HP and that's it. Everything else about him is generic bases. Vyland, he 1-ups Mathis. He also has 1 point of skill and 2 points of luck. Other than that, he has generic cavalier bases, so 1 out of 5.
Yep, that's pretty much it. All right, and then we got his buddy Roshea. How do you pronounce this stupid name?
I think I say Roshea.
Roshea.
I never have to pronounce it because I never use him. So
yeah,
like when I was commentating with Don, I never had to say his name because who cares?
Roshea. Anyway, he's Vyland but with 2 extra levels. 2 out of 5.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, he has like 1 more strength, 2 more skill, 1 more speed. His bases are like significantly better if you look at absolutes, but they're still pretty trash overall. So I think we can agree it's the same rating as Vyland.
Oh yeah, I actually gave him 2 out of 5 because he's 2 extra levels, but I don't know. I guess I might have to I retract that shit. I go down to 1 out of 5. Change it mid recording. Professional. 10% speed growth. Why is he here? He's so bad. 10%.
Make Hardin look good.
10% speed. Why is he so? I don't get it. Anyway, let's talk about some good characters.
Okay.
Wolf.
Hardin.
We talked about him already. So Wolf. New players might have one look at Wolf and they go like, what? What's this? Well, first of all, in Fire Emblem 1 and 3, the Horseman wasn't a promoted unit. It was kind of like just a class on its own. Which is why I think Wolf and Sedgar in particular are very weirdly designed because they wanted them to be Horsemen, but they made Horseman tier 2 classes. So they didn't want to give us 2 really strong pre-promotes. So instead what they did was that they gave us 2 pre-promotes with around the same basis as everyone else. But they just inflated their growth rates to absurd levels to make sure that they would have some way of not just getting obsolete. So if you take a look at Wolf's growth rates, they are some of the highest in the game. 160% hit point growth. Like, I think Wolf and Sedgar are one of the few characters in this game that has more than 100% in any given stat. 80% strength, 95% skill, 85% speed. Really fucking good. 85% defense. That's absolutely insane.
You're reading Sedgar's growth, by the way.
Oh, shit. Oh, sorry. 160%. 100% strength growth, 85% skill growth, 85% speed growth. Like, this guy is absolutely crazy. Now, however, high growth rates isn't like what makes Wolf a good unit. What makes Wolf a good unit is because he can reclass, and because he's a tier 2 unit, that means he can reclass into another tier 2 unit. So I think how you do it is you reclass Wolf into a general and Sedgar into a hero. Is that how you do it?
Not quite. I'll explain later.
Right. Anyway, Wolf is really, really fucking good. Like in a LTC rushed playthrough, he might not shine that much, but in a slower style playthrough like this one, Wolf and Sedgar are both going to be put to really good use. I rate Wolf a 4 out of 5. He's really strong. If you stick around, he's going to grow pretty well. And again, the reclassing just gives him so much utility. So what do you have to say about Wolf?
I think we can put Wolf and Sedgar into 1 rating, basically. I think they're both, like, it really depends on how you play, like I said, and like I explained to you very immaculately last time. He is like, if you play slowly, then you can get their level ups and you can get out of their horrible bases. Because let's face it, their bases are actually really, really bad. They're basically class bases, just like the other generic cavaliers that we got. So they don't really go anywhere. And even if you reclass them into the other classes, their bases tend not to be that great, except for when you reclass them to general. Then their defense gets such a use boost that they actually become usable. One strategy I like to do, and I did in my first Hard 5 playthrough, I think, was in a later chapter, you get one of Wolf or Sedgar into a general and then put them onto a fort and let them tank a bunch of enemies. And they'll get chip EXP, not much, but like they face like 5 enemies per turn, so they get half a level per turn or something. Because chip EXP is pretty good in this game. And then once they start leveling up, they gain more and more defense and strength, and then at some point they start steamrolling and taking 0 damage. And taking 0 damage in Hard 5 is really impressive because the enemies are so strong. and they can really nicely hold a choke point, lure enemies, that kind of stuff. It's really useful. But only once they've grown a couple levels do they really become viable. And then after a while, they become so strong, they've done so many level ups that you can reclass them to hero, and then they double things.
Right.
Another unfortunate thing about Wolf and Sedgar is their weapon levels. As generals, they can use bows and lances, but then when you reclass them to something like hero, they use swords and axes, so they basically reset. They have to build up weapon ranks all over again, and weapon ranks are really important in this game.
Right.
But thankfully, thanks to their great growth, they can make do with iron weapons a lot of the time, provided they are raised. If you're playing fast, I would say Sedgar and Wolf are like 1 out of 5, 2 out of 5 maybe, because the promoted classes can be kind of useful, but if you're playing slowly like Mangs, then you get like 3 to 4 star units. So I'll say 4 stars for this kind of playthrough, because they're both that good if you play slowly.
All right, and since since we want to show off all the characters, everything Mecha said and everything we said about Wolf really applies to Sedgar as well. They're practically the same unit, but if you want to differentiate Wolf and Sedgar a little bit, their differences, as I said, they're really small. Sedgar has more skill, but less strength in terms of growths, and aside from that, Sedgar also has more defense than Wolf.
Yeah, the defense is really significant, if you don't mind me interrupting. I think if you reclass them to general, I think Sedgar gets over 100, whereas Wolf doesn't quite hit it. I'm not quite sure. I don't remember class growths, but that does help make it more reliable to raise them, because you can imagine if you miss a defense level up and you're being attacked by like 5 cavaliers at once, that might become an issue.
Right.
But depends on the context, of course.
Yeah, aside from those little differences, they're pretty much the same unit, so I also rate Sedgar 4 out of 5 star, and I guess so do you.
Yep.
Alright, anyway, there's another unit, but we'll talk about him when we get there. So, how you decide to lure these units actually kind of makes a difference. So what this is my strategy, but I'll let you chip in on it. What I like...
practice?
No, I've just played this map a lot. So
I'll be honest, I suck at this part. It's pretty hard.
So yeah, what I like to do here is I like to send, I think the horsemen are the fastest. I like to send one of my horsemen over here to draw the enemy this way. So that causes all the archers and the Pegasus Knights and the Cavaliers to ride through here. And then what I do with the other units is I kind of park them around here, a little bit away from the rest of the guys. Because if you move them north, you're just going to get attacked by these guys. And some of these guys can actually double Wolf and Sedgar if you're not careful. That really sucks. So you lure them in here, and then once they've all choked into this choke point, you run away, and then you kind of like meet up with Marth here. But of course, Marth and his crew have to deal with these guys first, and this is where the Rider's Bane will really come in handy. So where is Abel? So I'm going to place Abel right here.
Spectacular.
With the Spectacular! And I think we want to be a little bit careful, because there's a Pegasus Knight here as well. But I think if we kill one of them on the Retaliation Strike... Also, this map gives you a save point at your spawn location, which is kind of generous, I gotta admit. But I'm
kind of nice, but it doesn't have that many other ones, so...
I think there's one more.
I think you can kill 2 Cavaliers if you place Setup properly.
Maybe.
But it's too late for that.
Also, there are reinforcements on this map. On turn 9, there's going to be Cavaliers spawning from this fort, I believe. And it says Northern Fort on my notes. I think it's this one. And then from turn 11 to 16, there's going to be Pegasus Knights coming from the Northwestern Fort, which I think is this one. So if you don't want to get fucked in the ass by ambush spawns, clear this chapter in 9 turns.
Don't play this chapter. Oh.
Well, I'm going to try to beat it in 9 turns, because I really hate ambush spawns. So...
do you plan on getting the village with Marth?
I do.
Good luck with that then.
That's the plan, anyway. Anyway, and as I thought, yep, the Rider's Bane or the Spectacular.
According to WOD, the reinforcements are like turn 10 and turn 12.
Oh, good.
Maybe it's wrong.
Could be the wiki is wrong, for all I know. I mean,
it wouldn't be the first time.
the wiki can do that sometimes. All right, so we got an archer moving up here. So what I gotta do now is I gotta make sure this guy attacks my dudes. Because now I really wanna run away, like so. Now this Pegasus Knight I can probably shoot down with Wolf and Sedgar, but the Cavaliers are gonna spend some time moving through this entrenched terrain right here. But I do have to leg it, because these guys will get absolutely slaughtered by these guys over here. I really hope, actually I might have moved them a little bit too quick. I hope that's not the case, but I gotta be quick here. All right.
Might be funny if you manage to trade over the Rider's Bane towards Hardin, then have him slaughter a Cavalier. Jagan might be able to do that. I know Don moved Jagan over there to divert some enemies.
Yeah, you know what? That's not a bad idea at all, actually. But I kind of need the Rider Spin here right now. So
Yeah, just finish off business. Finish business here and then move it.
I will finish the business. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move Abel in here. No, that's the scary. I need to heal him first. I guess I can chip with Caster. Let's chip with Caster. Mama, medicine.
So useful.
It's not quite the same as 5 points.
No.
Hey, ooh. Strength,
Now it is.
Strength and speed. Nice. I like it. Alright, so let's use the Spectacular to get this. Even with plus 5% hit, the Spectacular has some shady hit rates on it, actually.
It's okay, he'll get supports and then be fine. I think Marth supports like everyone, so...
Right. So we do
help you.
wanna lure this Pegasus Knight out. I'm wondering if maybe I can use Jagan for that.
Do you have a Javelin or an Iron Lance?
I do not have it.
No, I mean the Pegasus.
Oh, Steel Lance.
Oh, yeah, okay, so you can't caster it, okay.
No. So
I guess Barth could do it if he was close enough.
yeah, but I fucked up and I didn't. So that kind
What
of
else
sucks.
is new?
What else?
Dude, you need Jagan on the other side. Oh.
Do I really need Jagan on the other side? Do I?
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how Hardin and Co fare.
Anyway, so what I'm gonna do, I'm not sure if this guy moves, but I think we'll.
He moves.
Nah, I mean
attack, right?
attacks. I think
he goes for the village. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, because what I want to do here is I want to move bars towards this guy, so he goes for bursts. But I guess I only need to place him on the outskirts for that to be a thing.
Yep.
But what if are you sure he goes for the village?
No, but whatever.
Because I can place.
Just go for it, dude.
Yeah, it's just I want to be careful because I don't want to restart.
You're gonna have to restart at some point. This map's pretty hard.
I
Might as well figure out how the AI works.
I want to do it on the first try. I know I can do it. Huh.
So, what purpose does this serve?
I need to kill him.
Oh,
There we go. Look at that.
okay. So now Marth is another turn behind on getting the village. So good luck with those reinforcements.
Turn 9. I got plenty of time, dude. Plenty of time. But yeah, I do agree that maybe the Rider Spain.
We'll remember this. We'll remember the statements.
But you know what? I actually agree. I should send Jagan over there to help out because these
Or
guys.
Sita.
Or Sheeta.
Or
Or
both.
both.
Or everyone.
Or both.
Everyone.
13 speed, 8 speed. Do you think he gets doubled?
I don't know, man. Can you do math?
I don't
He
know.
has a steel lance. That probably weighs him down, though.
That's what
You
I'm.
can check the weapon weight with like select or something. I heard.
I
There was a
can't.
button that did it. There was a button that did it. I'll tell you, it gets weighed down by 1, so he has 12.
Yeah, so King gets doubled,
Yes.
but Ogma doesn't.
No.
And maybe Ogma can get a crit on his retaliation strike.
Use the Lance Reaver.
Lance Reaver. All right. Anyway, so yeah, I think this is what we want to do. I think we also want to send
Kane to visit the village.
Yes, that's the plan. We're gonna send Kane to visit the village. We gotta send him to intercept the thief.
Okay. Now the thief will probably go onto the bridge.
You think so?
Yeah, because you blocked his path to the village. Nice job, Bart.
Oh, yeah, good job, Bars. That's really. Oh shit! No, wait, it's okay. Ogma doesn't get doubled. Oh,
This was the
no!
plan.
Nice one. You know you're playing hard 5 when a Ogma Killer Sword crit doesn't kill a Pegasus Knight. Man. All right, yeah, they're actually.
I sure hope you're in range to recruit Wendell this turn.
Oh, yeah, no, that's not even my problem here. Oh, shit.
I mean, can you reach him with both horsemen?
I think I think I can actually. The only problem. Oh, this is a peak too. Yeah, I can. I just gotta make sure. Okay, this guy has 9 speed. Hardin has 8, so he's not gonna double. Yeah, I think I can kill him with. Yeah, I think I can kill him with Wolf and Sedgar. The only problem is I gotta lure these guys away somehow, because they're gonna kill him. Shit. Or I can run away the other way and just do like a tag, like merry-go-round, the mountain, you know?
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Sort of. You gotta make sure Jagan is in the range of the archer and you're good.
Yeah, so
Cavalier's not gonna kill you, I assume.
no, I just want to
Nines.
make sure I want to put Hardin here. Or maybe I'll put Hardin here so he won't be as
Oh,
close.
wait. I have an idea.
Yeah?
But, yeah, no, never mind. You can't reach Sita anymore. I was thinking you could trade the Rider's Bane all the way over to Sita to Jagan to Hardin.
No.
It's too far.
Yeah, I fucked up. Anyway, let's take this one first. So, let's go.
Let's leave that one to future mags.
That's my favorite strategy.
Yeah, another turn lost.
Prince Marth, I am Wendell, a pontifex of Hardin, a city of magic. Pleas for peace have failed, and Hardin has taken us over has been taken over by one of the other pontifexes. His name is Garneth, and you can't win against him. He and the other mages who swear allegiance to him have allied themselves with Dor. Prince Marth, I ask you now, please lend me your help in thwarting his vile ambitions.
Okay.
Okay. Oh fuck, if
Blue paint.
Yeah, blue paint. Alright, let's talk about Wendell. I love this guy.
it.
I love this guy. So, I already know what Mecha's gonna rate him, because he spoiled it.
I know. I spoiled it.
Anyway, so Wendell. Wendell is great. Absolutely amazing. He's a pre-promoted sage, as you might can see. This game is really generous with his pre-promotes. Like, hey, have a pre-promoted sage by turn 5. Had to wait for, like, chapter 26 in Fire Emblem 7 for that, with Pent. Wendell has really good bases. 12 speed is amazing. On hard 5, it means that he won't get doubled. Again, it's really difficult to double in hard 5, but Wendell is one of the few characters who can actually double someone, like Armor Knights and certain slow units. He, of course, combines staff utility with tomes. He comes with B rank in tomes, so you can use a lot of the tomes. And he has D rank in saves, which is pretty good. He's only one rank away from using the warp staff. I think the warp is C?
Yes.
Yeah. His growth rates are, actually not bad by Shadow Dragon standards. They're a little on the low side, but, they're not bad at all for pre-promoted units. And Wendell's just one of those units that I find myself fielding in almost every single map, because it's just so nice to have a healer that can fight. He basically kind of obsoletes Riss in a way, because, like, why field Riss when you can field Wendell? It doesn't, like, unless you want all of them, of course, for, like, warp strats. But I just love Wendell. He's great. I rate him 4 out of 5 stars. Borderline 5 stars. But he's a really, really solid unit altogether. You can't really go wrong with pre-promoted sages, I feel, in most cases in Fire Emblem, because combining staffs and tomes is just so good.
Definitely. The reason I rate Wendell 5 stars is because I think we rated Lena 5 stars, and really all she has going for her is warp, which is really, really good, don't get me wrong, but it's just warp. And Wendell can warp pretty quickly. He can reclass to Bishop, which increases his staff rank actually to the point where I think he only needs like 10 barriers and a couple heals or something to get to C. And then you have 2 warpers, which is really good. So on top of that, his speed base is really high. Like, I looked it up, and his personal base speed is 8, and there's only 2 characters in the game that have a higher base speed, and they joined in the last chapter of the game. So it's kind of like Dagdar's HP, where it's like so much better than almost every other character in the game, and the ones that are better join so much later.
Right.
Like, personal bases in this game are pretty shit, and he just has 8 base, which makes him really fast, not just as a Sage, but as a Draco Knight, a Paladin, Swordmaster, if you want to go that route, gives him like 20 speed or something. It's really stupid. His growths are kind of terrible, but it doesn't matter, because his speed base alone carries him pretty far, and even when it doesn't, the staff rank does.
Yeah.
So, like, a unit that can both warp and do really good combat is just really nice. I think the best combat thing about him, besides his speed, is that the fact that he can use Excalibur at base, not as a bishop, that actually reduces his tome rank, but as a sage, he can use Excalibur at base and one KO flyers, just like Merrick. So,
right. Yeah, you can even trade it around, can't you, to do something?
Yeah, you can trade it around. It's a B-level tome. It's not a personal tome. It's just that Merrick can use it at E, because Merrick is gifted or something.
Yeah.
So that's really nice. And I mean, whenever Wendell is reclassed, you can just give Excalibur to Merrick. Like, there's nothing wrong with reclassing Wendell, even though he's a magic class. Sometimes you just gotta have another flyer or random paladin for some kind of reason that just needs to be really fast. So even though his strength is garbage, sometimes he's useful as a Draco Knight or a Swordmaster or Sniper, whatever you want. So, because he's so flexible, he can do so many things, I'll give him 5 stars.
I've heard that you can actually, as a Swordmaster, if you can give him 11th sword, he's pretty fucking good.
Yeah, too bad Swordmaster has like a C sword rank or something, so I'm not sure if it can use the 11th sword of base.
Right,
so,
right. But it sounds
right,
like a fun idea.
It's a funny gimmick.
Alright.